What's up everybody? Welcome to another live video of Happy Day Getaways. As you can tell, we're rocking some sweet new polos, and also it's really hot in here. So if it looks like I'm sweating, I am. It's not a video effect. It's really hot in here. So we just turned up the AC. But anyways, today we're not gonna be talking about the AC. We're gonna be talking about England. So strap on your seatbelt and get ready for this trip. But before we get started, we're gonna talk about who we are. And I'm Jorge, and I'm the marketing director.
I'm Katie, and I'm your vacation specialist.
And I'm Jenny from the Foodie Corner.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about England. We're going to be talking about the best destinations to go to, what we recommend for you to check out on your next trip to England. We're also going to be talking about the foodie tips. So that's going to be what to eat, where to eat, and give you a little bit of insight on some of the foods. And then we're going to be talking about a deal of the week. And this one is a little different. It actually involves a lot of really great destinations that we're going to be talking about today, so stay tuned for that. But before we get started with the destination, I'm going to let Katie talk about what we do at the travel agency.
We have a travel agency that specializes in different vacation packages. We do cruises, land packages that includes resorts, villas, hotel stays, different excursions if you want to go on any adventures. And we can take you anywhere in the world. So you name a destination, and we'll get you there.
We'll get you there. But all right, that's awesome. Well, let's go ahead and get started with the destination. So we'll start out the trip in beautiful London. London is just a one-of-a-kind city. It has a lot of history. I mean, talk about a country that's one of the oldest countries that's still around right now. So some of the big destinations are Westminster Abbey, where the coronation of the monarchs has been happening since 1066. So that's almost 1,000 years, right? You got Big Ben, as you can see right there. You got Tower of London. You got Parliament Square, amongst other destinations. I mean, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you got to go to London. If you're a World War II history buff, you got to go to London, right? You got to go check out the War Room. Anyways, so much to do. Not enough time to do it in one day. You definitely need at least a week. And even then, you can't even get to see it all in 1 week. So, great destination. You won't get bored. Put it in the list if you're going to England.
All right, next up is the Jurassic Coast. And this is a section of southern England coast that contains rock and fossil remnants that's over 185 million years old due to all of the moving continents. Charmouth is the best area to find fossils in the region. While you're taking a break from fossil hunting, you can walk along the beaches and enjoy nearby charming towns with plenty of museums to learn about the area's history.
All right, next up is Cambridge. And no, I'm not talking about Cambridge, Massachusetts. I'm talking about the OG. I'm talking about Cambridge in England. And so Cambridge is popular because that's where Cambridge University is. And that university has been around since 1209. So that is an old university. It is a very popular city, very popular spot. And one of the things that's become popular over the years is this bridge right here. It's called the Mathematical Bridge. That's what it's known for. And it's right there on the River Cam. Now, the original, I guess it's kind of like a fun fact. The original name of it, the actual legit name of it, is the Wooden Bridge. So very, very creative with their naming. But if that's something that you're interested in learning about education and history, great town to put on your list for your next trip.
All right, and next up is Windsor Castle, which is the official home of Queen Elizabeth II. As one of the oldest castles in the world that is still in use, some of the oldest parts of the building date back to the 12th century during the reign of King Henry II. Visitors are able to enter the castle and see some of the state apartments and the St. George's Chapel.
All right, next up is Hadrian's Wall. And Hadrian's Wall is a very impressive wall. It was actually built by the Romans back in 122 AD. And what's impressive about it is it's 73 miles. It goes from one side of the island to the other. And it took them 6 years to do the entire wall. That's impressive considering that back then they didn't have all the equipment, all the technological advances that we do now. So even though 6 years may sound like a long time, for back then, that's impressive. They built that wall to keep and protect them from the Scottish people up north from them. And today, there's still remnants of that wall. A lot of it kind of has been buried by sediment and whatnot. But England has set up a route. So if you want to walk the wall, they have set up a route that you can follow along the route. Sorry.
Oh, jeez. That's scary. Next up is Stonehenge, the famous historic stone structure in Wiltshire that was completed in approximately 1600 BC. The method and reason for its construction still remains a mystery. To have the best experience, it is recommended to arrive early and get your tickets in advance because lines at the ticket counter can be a little long.
You don't have to worry about that though if you go with a tour.
That's true.
FYI. Anyways, next up is Warwick Castle. And it was originally a wooden structure. As you can tell, it's no longer a wooden structure. Originally, it was built in 1068 by William the Conqueror. And it was rebuilt in stone in the 12th century. It has become a very popular destination for tourists. And so this is definitely one of those things that you must add on your list for your next trip to England.
All right, and next up is St. Ives. This is not the soap. This is
This is soap?
yeah, St. Ives soap.
Oh my god. I didn't even know.
This is a former fishing town in Cornwall, known for its cobblestone streets, quaint shops, and upscale restaurants. It's no wonder that St. Ives is a popular holiday destination. From St. Ives, you can even take a boat tour to Seal Island and enjoy the company of a colony of gray seals.
Nice. And I love the aerial shot right there. Just beautiful. All right, well, talking about cobblestone roads, got to talk about York. York is a very cute town. It's an old town and it's still a walled town. So there's a rock wall surrounding the entire city. It is, as you can see, very beautiful architecture, cobblestone roads. And if you're going to York, make sure that you visit Clifford's Tower. Clifford's Tower. It is a great destination to go while at York because you get to get panoramic views of the city. So definitely very Instagram worthy. So add that to the list.
All right, and next up is Oxford, which is home to the famous and historical Oxford University, the oldest university in the English-speaking world. The town of Oxford is also famous for its ancient castles and cathedrals. Some other popular Oxford destinations include the Bodleian Library, the Carfax Tower that offers a beautiful view of the city, and the covered markets with its many shops.
All right. Well, that pretty much sums it up for the destination tips. Of course, there's so many other places you can go to: Liverpool, Manchester. If you're a soccer fan, obviously you gotta check out Manchester. I'm assuming, I don't know. But anyways, there's a lot of other places you can check out. I mean, England is just such a beautiful country, a lot of history, a lot to explore. But that's all we're gonna cover for today. We hope that you like those destinations, and if you're planning a trip, hope that you get to go to one of those destinations and let us know how it is. But now let's talk about what is the best time to visit England.
One of the best times to visit England is in the late summer for some of the best weather there. Great time to have a walking tour of the city, check out some of the castles.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then that's also when, what's the name of the place that's open?
Windsor. You can check out Windsor Castle.
Windsor Castle, right. So make sure that if you're planning to go to England, do it in late summer. Oh, sorry. And then who would be the ideal traveler for this trip?
So the historian would love England because of all the history in England. It's such an old country with a lot of history. And anyone who enjoys a lot of walking tours, a lot of maybe even self-guided tours. There are some beaches in England, but it's not the place you go for a nice relaxing vacation. It's somewhere you go if you want to walk a lot and check out a lot of different places.
Right. All right. Well, it's time for the deal of the week. And today's deal of the week is going to be a little different. And actually, that picture right there, as you can see the view of Big Ben right there, that's kind of similar to what you're going to get the view from what we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But here it is. Here's the deal of the week. It is a 7-day tour of England, and you get to see some of the highlights that we talked about today. Where you get to see Big Ben, you get to see Westminster Abbey, you get to see Stonehenge, you get to see other cities, and it's a 6 night, 7 day tour. So everything as far as breakfast and dinner is included. You have your hotel. The hotel that you're staying at, remember I told you about the picture? You're actually staying on the other side of the river looking at Big Ben. So definitely something memorable. And we put two prices since we talked about late summer is the best time to go. You have August and September. August is slightly a little bit more cost effective, but regardless of, those two prices are the best prices that we found because as you see, they're lower than about $200 to $300 lower than the average cost. But this is just an example of some of the tours. There's a lot of different tours of England and Britain. So if there's any interest in this, we'll have the links to the phone number and email at the end of the video so you can check it out and give us a shout and we can get some information for you. But anyways, that's it for the deal of the week. And now we can move on to Foodie Corner.
Hey, welcome back to the England's Foodie Corner. So, I would like to begin with a very popular British meal, which is fish and chips. As you can see, it consists of butter cut or half cooked that's deep fried and served alongside chips. It's also common to be served with a mushy peas side dish. 2. Beef Wellington, a fillet of steak that is coated with pate and duck sauce. Duck sauce is a mushroom mixture and then is wrapped in a puff pastry and baked. 3. Scotch eggs. These are hard-boiled eggs wrapped in sausage meat coated in breadcrumbs and fried. 4. Shepherd's pie or cottage pie. It's a comforting meal made of mashed potato crust and meat bits.
Ooh la la!
5. Cornish pasty. A baked semicircle-shaped pastry traditionally filled with beef, diced potato, rutabaga, and onion. It became popular with the working class as its unique shape made it was a complete meal that could be carried around easily. 6. Bangers! It's a British term used to refer to sausages, and it has its origin from World War I.
This is good!
Due to meat shortages, sausages were made with very little meat and were mostly water, and will pop under high heat when cooked, which sounded like mini explosions or bangs. Nowadays, these sausages are served with mashed potatoes and topped with onion gravy, fried onions, or peas. 7. Yorkshire pudding. It's made from a batter consisting of eggs, flour, and milk or water. It is often served with beef and gravy. The best moment to enjoy it is on the British Sunday roast, which consists of roast beef, potatoes, vegetables, and of course the Yorkshire pudding. And finally, as part of your dessert, give it a try to the sticky toffee pudding, a moist sponge cake made of finely chopped dates that's slathered in a gooey toffee sauce. And now the leap, because now it's time for the top 3 restaurants. First, Blacklock Shoreditch, a steakhouse and British food. Try the award-winning Sunday roast, located in London. And second, Dakota Bar and Grill, located in Manchester. The signature prime cut steaks are their speciality and serves a menu inspired by the current season. It's great for special occasions or business meetings. And finally, Adams. This is a very popular one. With 1 Michelin star, this is a very claimed spot where you will try local and European food. And it is located in Birmingham. Well, I guess it's pretty much all for today, but remember, if you are interested in any of the restaurants I just mentioned, you can always check down in the description box.
Alright, guys. Well, that ends the Foodie Corner side of things. Again, thank you guys for joining us. If you're joining us on the live, thank you. I see we got people. And anyways, we got one person. Anyways, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and you'll get notified when we have other videos come out. We'll have some other come out and we'll announce them here in a little bit. But if you like to learn about other destinations, check out our Facebook. and our Instagram page up here, and we put daily content on that. So different destinations, different images, and we even talk about some deals. And then if you don't know kind of like where you want to go, you just kind of want to browse around, get some prices, go to our website, happydaygetaways.com. You'll get to see some cool destinations with some prices and get started on planning your perfect getaway. And once you kind of get an idea of where you want to go, or even if you don't have an idea of where you want to go, you can always reach out to us. There's a phone number and our email, and that way we can start planning the perfect getaway for you. But thank you guys. So we appreciate everybody that joined us. Now remember that next week we're gonna be doing
USA.
USA. Oh my God,
Forgot.
USA. Anyways, so stay tuned because tomorrow we're gonna be doing a dive into what you can do while in the USA, which has been a very popular question lately, as you guys can imagine. But anyways, stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for joining us. And what do we always say, team?
Happy travels.
Happy travels.